Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another edition of the Pits of Motor Chaos. On the line, special guest from Larson Motorsports, Dewayne Hill. How's you doing, Dwayne?
I'm all right. How's everyone going? How you doing, man?
I'm great. Nice warm day out here in Illinois. We've been having real hot weather recently. I'm sure.
The summers in Illinois can be really, really, really disrespectful.
How's the weather in Florida?
It's 93 degrees in Florida. That's a little breezy, but definitely that sea breeze helps out a little bit.
So you're on your way to do some testing with the Jet, huh?
Absolutely. We're going to take the U.S. Chemical Dominator out and let her have a little fun, do some quarantining in a different area, like the cockpit of a jet car.
Nice. So now, Dwayne, how did you begin your drag racing career?
I actually began my drag racing career with Larson Motorsports. I started out as an intern, and I was just looking around at everything. Looked very, very cool, and I said, you know what, I think I could do it. They gave me the chance, and here I am, along for the ride, pun intended.
Wow. So have you driven like planes before?
My big hobbies and one of my passions is aviation. I've flown a couple of planes. I'm really an adrenaline junkie, so if it goes fast or looks somewhat dangerous and I can make it safe while doing it, I'm in.
So how did you meet up with Elaine and the team?
Actually, I was at a air show, and Elaine was out demonstrating the jet car, and they were pushing it back through the crowd. And I walked up to the owner, and I told him, I said, you know, that back of that jet car is kind of warm to push it through a crowd. And he invited me over to be an intern at their shop at one of the past universities that they had a sponsorship with. From that point on, was there every weekend helping out. They had a nice little facility that they needed to fix up. So I went in there and put in some blood, sweat, and tears. And here I am, you know.
Wow, that's a beautiful thing. So now, how many years you been driving a jet now?
I think it's my third year driving a jet. I love losing count of it. That means I'm having fun. So it's definitely, I think it's my third, going on my fourth year. I can't wait to start losing count even more.
Now, do you have any idea how many passes you've made in a jet car so far?
Oh, geez. It's a ridiculous amount. I'm giving at least anywhere between 40 and 60 passes a year, so we'll give it close to 200 in that area, plus with the training and everything.
So what's been your quickest time with the jet car?
I think it was 286 miles an hour, somewhere in that area. I think it was my last pass in Houston, to be exact.
Nice. So now, what do you enjoy most about being a jet car driver?
You know, the fans are my favorite thing. I mean, you can go down the track over and over and over and over again, but unless there's someone in the crowd actually cheering you on, or you know, that little banter between if it's going to be Elaine or not, you're seeing the crowd go that. I mean, it's amazing. You could do anything you want. Like, I mean, you could be a movie star, but if no one's watching your show, you could be a rock star. If no one's there to see you play, what's the point? You know.
What do you hate most about being a jet car driver?
I can't do it more often. If I could do it every single day, that's it. I just hate the fact that I can't hop into it every single day.
Man, it kind of sucks how we had this COVID-19 this year, you know, losing a lot of races for you.
Yeah, you know, I really never noticed how much I'm addicted to it until they take it away from you, you know? Yeah. I mean, it is just, I go into the shop and that bright yellow Dominator is sitting there, and I'm just like, can we just get in and go? But they kind of just take it from you. You kind of fiend for it sometimes. And so now when I got the chance, oh yeah, I just hopped in the truck, hey, let's go.
Now, if you were able to have your fans remember one thing about you, what would you want the fans to remember about you, Dwayne?
You know, if there's anything that I want my fans to remember is that they could do this. Especially like my favorite fans are the kids. And if anything I could tell them or remember is that they could do anything they want. Like literally, I walked in and without any racing history at all, put in the hard work and the loyalty, and this is what I'm doing now. I mean, it doesn't take it's really not much if you really want to do it. Put it that way. I mean, I love representing U.S. Chemicals and the Dominator and Florida Tech and all of our sponsors, Larson Motorsports, and anyone can do it as well. I love that.
So now that you've been driving the jet car for a few years, what keeps you passionate about doing it?
I've got to go back to the fans. I mean, it's amazing to watch someone who's never seen a jet car, eyes light up, and then they go, wait, the big booms, or, why did you do that? Or why did you do this? And that was amazing. I've never seen anything like it. And it lightens me up when I do that. I love that when it happens. And then it's like, I can't wait till you come back next year. And it's the fans.
Now, do you have any influential jet car drivers out there?
Do we have, sorry, what's that?
I said, do you have any jet car drivers that influence you?
Actually, the first jet car I ever saw, well, it wasn't even a jet car, it was a jet truck. It was a Shockwave at an air show. And from that point on, I kind of just ran with it. But I really do look up to the boss lady. Elaine, I've seen the good times and I've seen the bad times. And, she's built very, very strong. And I spent 8 years in the Marines, and she's still one of the strongest human beings I've seen on this planet. And I look up to her, even as a mentor. And when we get in the staging lanes, I know she's thinking about me and I'm thinking about her. So it's a very mutual respect. And then that's literally who I've seen do it, so that's who I follow.
Thank you for your service, my friend.
No, it's a pleasure. If they let me do it again, I would.
Now, what was it like for you to get behind the wheel for the first time of a jet car?
So the first time, the funny story about this, the first time I hit the afterburner on a jet car, I was supposed to go to 60 feet, but 300 feet, but about 1,000 feet past that, I was at 240 miles an hour. Those little yellow blocks came really, really, really quick. So the first time I actually hit the afterburner jet car, I did 240 miles an hour. Yeah, that's my funny story about that. And it was exhilarating. It was like sitting in a chair, leaning back in a chair as a kid, getting those front two legs off the ground, balancing perfect with the butterflies in your stomach, knowing things can go bad, but you got this. And that's literally that's how it is driving a jet car.
So do you get an adrenaline rush every time you get in a jet car?
Yeah, every time I get in a jet car, nothing changes. The adrenaline rush is always there. The only problem is it always happens at the very end of the track. So I'm cool. I'm a collector. Even when I take off, when I get around the end of the truck, hop out of the car, I turn into Ric Flair. So it's Ultimate Warrior together.
Now, when you got that jet car out there, who are your crew members for your jet?
Sorry.
I said, when you got the jet out on the track, who are your crew members that work on that jet car?
My path is my driving the truck right now. There's a lot that to do with me when I'm coming around there and trying to hurry up and get out of the car because your adrenaline's running and you're still buckled in and you're just trying to get out. So they're the ones just trying to calm you down and get everything set up so we can keep moving. You got to give it out to them. They have a big job.
Now, what kind of preparation goes in for you to get your mind set for a weekend driving a jet car?
It's really weird. I get really calm whenever, I'm getting ready. It's just a smooth, calm. It's like the calm before the storm, and it just slightly weird. I just feel calm. Even when I was in the Marine Corps, whenever we used to go out on patrols like that, I just listened to like R&B music. And then when you get to it, that's when I start listening to all kinds of, rock, rap, everything that'll get you pumped up. For some reason, it's the calm before the storm. And then when I get in the storm, it's when I start listening to it, to music.
Now, do you have
I know it's weird.
Do you have any favorite? You have any favorite tracks to run on?
One of my favorite tracks, I would have to say, is West Palm Beach. Love West Palm Beach. I mean, their track length is pretty much a runway. I've got forever. Orlando Speed World is also one of my favorite tracks. It's where I got my license, which is where we're heading right now. I love all the tracks, and it's like I said, it's because of the fans. I never really had any bad experience at any track. It is every track's a new experience, no matter what, and I love what each track brings. It's like no matter what they are.
Now, do you have a greatest memory being with the Larson Motorsports team so far?
Motorsports was when we're in Canada, and we broke a leaf spring on the trailer in the middle of nowhere, and we had to clamp it back together and drive like 20 miles an hour for 2 hours to get to a little tractor maintenance area, and that's what racing's really about. It's getting to the race is really what's so fun about it. We've had many moments, including going into Canada, coming back in. It's all the experience, so it's a lot of.
Now, where do you get all your fire safety equipment from?
Simpsons Racing is where I get all my fire equipment and helmets. They've taken care of Larson Motorsports for a while, so we go back with them.
All right. Now, in the 3 years you've been driving a jet car, have you reached any milestones?
The milestones that I have set is one, as we say, keep it side up. That's always a milestone every time we go down the track. Don't break anything, and it's not for me. Same thing with the same report.
Now, if you didn't become a jet car driver, what do you think you'd be doing for hobbies?
Geez, until they tell me I can't do it anymore, until my body can't handle it.
All right,
it's just an exhilarating ride. I mean, I just can't tell you, I'm addicted to it. So until my body can't deal with it, or until I can't get the physical anymore, I'll be doing this.
Now, what kind of fuel are you running the jet on?
We actually run on Jet A. We do carry jet fuel around as much as we can. It's what the engines are used to running. Some of these engines are a little bit older, so we just put the same fuel that it's always had in it.
Yeah, which kind of jet engine do you have in your jet?
It is a General Electric J85. It's out of a T-38 Talon. I'm not sure if you ever seen the movie Armageddon.
Yeah,
they all went up in the little white planes and they were flying around. It's the same engine that's in that aircraft.
Now, with the fire show and the run, how many gallons of fuel you burn up?
Out of the 30 gallons, we do about 22 to about 26 gallons of fuel in one pass. I mean, we're burning 10 gallons of fuel just doing the entire fire show and the burner pops. And then we burn at 2.3 gallons per second at full afterburner going down the track. So it's a fun ride, but we're burning a ton of fuel doing it.
All right, now if someone's tuned into the interview and they're thinking they want to maybe step into the cockpit of a jet car and start driving a jet car, what kind of advice would you give that person?
The advice I would give to somebody who wants to get into jet car driving, it's simple. Like I said earlier, it's all hard work and loyalty. I've made a lot of sacrifices. Financially, I've made sacrifices, job-wise, relationship-wise. But it definitely has to be something that you 100% want to do, and it does take that hard work and that loyalty. Which there's two things that a lot of the generation nowadays don't like. They want the instant gratification, but hard work, you have to work hard. Loyalty, be with somebody for a while. Yeah, you have to be able to do that and sacrifice things in order to do it. But I promise you, you'll never want to do anything else.
All right, now, do you have a most embarrassing moment on the starting line?
Yes, one of the most embarrassing moments on the. Actually, you know what? Let's talk about an embarrassing moment on while training, which is pretty much on the starting line. So,
all right.
I was having an issue where I would hit the afterburner, and all of a sudden the car would turn off. And it happened two or three times, and there's a little switch that our throttle hits, a little safety switch, and if the throttle comes back, it turns the engine off, pops a parachute. Well, Dewayne was pushing the throttle so hard that it was slipping past that little switch, and I just take off, and then next thing you know, the car would turn off. I've had plenty of embarrassing moments, including smoking down the track. The afterburner didn't turn on, so I've killed mosquitoes, which could be a good thing, but that's you just kind of have to deal with it. Luckily, I have the helmet on, and no one can see me crying.
Now, do you think you could get any better as a jet car driver? If so, how would you achieve that?
I always think I can get better as a jet car driver. I'm always looking for the little things to operate within. It's when you fail and fix it. That's the one thing that makes you such a great jet car driver. One, being consistent, and then when you mess up something, being able to fix it like right then and there. Because you know sometimes you have to mess up again, and you know a couple of times, oh, I'm trying to fix it. You have to be able to fix it quickly. Because remember, we're only getting 2 or 3 passes. You know, you have to fix it quickly.
Now, what is one of the weirdest or funniest questions you've ever been asked in an interview?
Let's see. The funniest question I've ever been asked. I mean, I always get, "Can I drive it?" My answer is always no. I can tell you how to get there, but no, you can't. They look at me funny too. I mean, would you give this up? And then it's kind of like, no. Geez, I can't remember one of the funniest questions. There's many of them. I'm trying to figure out which one would be. Oh yeah, are you screaming inside? No, do you close your eyes? Or do you blink? And honestly, my answer is I don't know. I really don't. I'm not consciously thinking blink, 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 or are you holding your breath? I have no idea. I'm just focusing on the end of the track and, you know, hitting the afterburner.
Now, have you ever been asked any weird questions?
No, it's not very many. Not very many at all. That would probably be the worst one. Would be that one. Do you blink or breathe? All
right. So we're gonna hit some fun questions now. You ready?
Yeah, let's go for it.
What is Dewayne Hill's favorite food to eat?
What is his favorite what?
What's your favorite food?
Man, I love pizza, but I'm really addicted to hot dogs. Like, not just normal hot dogs. Like, I mean, 7-Eleven hot dogs. It has to be a 7-Eleven hot dog. I'm addicted to it. Like the dried one in the back.
Now, if you eat pizza, what do you like on your pizza?
I'm simple when it comes to pizza. Pepperoni, cheese. I'm simple when it comes to pizza. I'm not even like Supreme or anything like that. It's just too much, hard to hold. And that's why I probably stick with hot dogs sometimes.
So what do you like on a hot dog?
Hot dog, I am extremely simple. Ketchup.
Now, if you're in Chicago, again, the Chicago style hot dog, you don't put ketchup on a hot dog.
Not at all. You know, and that's actually, when I'm in Chicago, believe it or not, when I was in the military going through Midway, I used to go and get a Chicago hot dog. If they have it nearby, I'll get it. Yeah, but there's no ketchup on it.
Yeah,
but if you're in the area, you kind of have to have it.
All right, now, if you were able to do time traveling and go back in time in a time machine, would you do anything differently with the jet car driving?
No. If I can get in a time machine, if I could do it, yeah, you know what? If I could do anything with a time machine, you've made me think of this already. What I would do is I'd go get the lottery numbers for the day, go back in time, win the lottery, buy 4 or 5 more jet cars, and then, yeah, that's what I would do differently. You shouldn't have gave me time to think about that one.
All right. Good enough. Now, you have any other hobbies outside of the jet car?
You know, funny, my weird hobby that's outside of driving a jet car, believe it or not, and it's actually my job, I am a safety person. Like OSHA, FAA, NTSB, all this stuff. I'm actually the safety person. It's really weird.
All right, now, Dewayne, what's your favorite beverage to drink?
Coke. I love Coca-Cola. It's my favorite beverage to drink. I'm originally from Tennessee, so yeah, even doesn't matter what it is. You can order a Mountain Dew and it's a Coke. So I'm just used to just your regular Coke. Because of my grandmother, she loved Coke, so I guess that, you know, whenever we came over, that's what we had. So that's mine.
All right, now when you're at the racetrack on a day of racing, how's your eating habits? Do you eat very light and wait till the races are done, or do you actually eat regular?
When I'm at the racetrack, unfortunately, I'm used to the carnival food. I'm into the racetrack food. I'll go around and find one of the food trucks that I normally don't get the food from and eat from that. So it's horrible, just to throw that out there. And I'll try to fix myself during the week. So I enjoy it while I'm there and I pay for it later.
What's your favorite movie of all time?
My favorite movie of all time? Top Gun. And obviously.
Yeah. What's your favorite music?
I I'm actually, it's another hobby. I'm a bass guitar player, so I'm actually, I like all kinds of music. You'll catch me listening to anything, really. If it sounds good, I'm listening to it.
All right, now when you were a little kid growing up, Dwayne, what was your favorite cartoon? Did you have one?
Oh, yeah, my favorite cartoon was the Wacky Races. Maybe I was destined to do this. I used to watch the Wacky Races, even though they had already went off, and G.I. Joe. So it's kind of destined I was going to be a jet car driver and a Marine.
Now, what's your biggest pet peeve?
My biggest pet peeve, being late. For some reason, that's another thing, being in the military. If you're not 15 minutes prior, you're late. So even on the dating scene, I've just had to learn that sometimes they're going to be late, but here I am 15 minutes earlier waiting, but I always love being on time.
What's your favorite color?
My favorite color is red. I love red. Why? That's what it is.
Now, are you a cat person or a dog person? I lost you. I don't hear you, Dwayne.
You know,
there
cats
you
and it looks like they're plotting your death. you know, the cat really. All you have to do is pick up a ball, and now he's happy. So, I'm definitely a dog person.
Yeah, the cats can give you some weird looks once in a while.
I know.
Now, what would you consider to be the fondest memory of your whole career in jet car driving?
I'm sorry, you broke up just a bit. What about the career?
What would you consider to be your fondest memory in your jet car driving career so far?
My fondest memory of jet car so far would be when I got my license and my adrenaline was running and Elaine decided to give me a chest bump. So 2 sprained wrists later, not mine, would be, it's on video too, that's what's sad. And it was one of those flying chest bumps, you know, arms back, legs bent, flying, coming in. Oh yeah, one of those.
Now, in this day and age, how important do you think it is for the family to bring their kids out to watch racing in this day and age?
You know, in this day and age, it is very important to bring the kids out to a racetrack because a lot of kids are using YouTube now and they believe that they've seen everything, you know, because they'll go on YouTube and see stuff. But until you're actually on the track and you're getting blown over, until you can smell the smoke, feel the fire, and actually get to see the stuff happen up close, then you've never experienced it. And you really don't know what you like, you know, until you've actually been there and experienced it. So bring a child. Next, you know, we have our future, painters for U.S. Chemicals, the salesmen. You have the future engineers for FIT. You just have to see it done because we have at the racetrack pretty much any job that you could, you know, want to do. You just have to expose the kids to it.
Yeah, we have too many kids these days that are just glued to the video games now.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
So you bring them out to the track, let them watch them drag racing, and then maybe they'll really love it.
Oh yeah, I've met plenty of children that end up hitting me up on Facebook. Oh, that was awesome, man. That was great. I can't wait to do it next year. And they get now they're interested in it when it just used to be YouTube.
Yeah, like you said, you don't get to smell the jet fuel and all the smoke and smell the smoke and all that good stuff. Like same with Nitro. Nitro,
yeah.
Funny cars and Dragster, you don't get to smell that looking at the television screen.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah, and it does. It can be sometimes. Oh, I'm watching it, but I'd rather just be there as the vibrations go through your chest. It's nothing like it.
I mean, sure, with the Nitro, your eyes start burning and all that, but it's a great thing still. Yeah, because my dad started dragging me to the racetrack when I was about 4 or 5, so I'm 52 now. So man, it's all his fault, but I love him for it. God rest his soul.
Oh yeah. And it's amazing having people like that in your life in order to do that for you. And you just never really imagine where you'd be without those kind of people, that did that for you.
Yeah, now I do this podcast trying to promote all you drag racers as good as, best as I can anyways.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you.
No problem. Well, Dwayne, I want to thank you very much for taking time to do this interview today.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime, just give me a call. We'll do it. If you just want to call me and we'll just sit there and just do a podcast about anything, just let me know.
Now, do you have any final words, shout outs, any good stuff before we close?
Shout outs. I always want to give a shout out to Larson Motorsports for letting me do what I do. I want to give a shout out to U.S. Chemicals, Chemicals and Plastics, and Florida Tech for helping us doing what we do. Love you guys, and man, love you. Thank you very much, brother, for having me.
Oh, you're welcome, brother. I hope you have a great testing today, and enjoy the rest of your day, buddy.
Q, stay cool out there, man.
We'll try. You have a great night.
All right.
Bye-bye.